So let's take a look at Francesco, a fascinating series that you can stream right now. I spoke with the director recently. Let's take a look.
Just in time for Holy Week, a new documentary launched on Discovery Plus. It goes behind the scenes for an intimate look at the life of the most recognizable religious figure in the world, Pope Francis. It's called Francesco. And today I'm speaking with film director Evgeny Afineevsky to tell us more about why he wanted to tell this story. Evgeny, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. To answer your question, why, I guess like every filmmaker, I saw like my previous movies been able to inspire people or bring a spotlight to the issues. So while doing my previous movies, I saw so many issues surrounding us, so many issues in this world that we as humans created. And I realized that I want to bring not only issues in my movies, but also bringing ability to inspire people to change this world, to bring back hope, spread love, humanity that we need in these days, unite us. And I think that was the reason that I decided to put all the disasters of today's world that we as humans created. And then I had Pope Francis as a role model, as humble human being and the leader, not just the Catholic Church leadership, but as the leader for this world, to putting us in front of these things and pointing to the great actions that he conducted and actions that we can learn from him and bring into this world in order to preserve this world, in order to bring the bridge into the future, into the safe future.
So this isn't a documentary that's traditionally biographical. You go through different issues. That's how it moves. That's how it's organized, correct?
Correct, because I was trying to create a biographical movie about Pope Francis. I tried to create a story of us, humanity, human beings, who do create these issues around us. Allow the viewership, the audience to learn not only about things surrounding us in our cities or in our countries, but about issues the entire world struggling, and then to show him navigating us through these issues and pointing to the things that we should learn in order to preserve this world, in order to save this world, in order to have love back, hope back, unity back.
Of all these issues that you go through with Pope Francis, are there any that you want to specifically highlight or any that really stood out to you as you did this film?
I think for the first time, we're seeing the Pope being very transparent with the world and with the church when he's fighting the sexual abuse. I think we not so much in the previous popes or previous years, the transparency coming from the church. And here we're seeing Pope Francis trying to bring the church into 21st century by fighting this sexual abuse in the church and doing this in a transparency with the world, showing every step he is doing, recognizing the mistakes, asking sorry, and immediately punishing the criminals. Same time, we're seeing him improving the situation in the church by bringing women on the top positions of the church, bringing lay people. So many important things that we can learn from this person who is trying to bring so many changes, not only into the church structure and institution, but also to this world, to the people about whom he is caring.
Do you think audiences will be surprised by some things in this film? Do you think they'll be encouraged? How do you think they'll feel about it?
I think for the audience to see these things, and not just talkings. Because we used to have leaders who only talking, and some leaders even not recognizing their mistakes and failures. Here, we're seeing us who created this, and him without talking, doing things. What I do love in Pope Francis, he's a man of action. He's not a man of words. He is rather going to the corners of the world on a different war zones, like he just did to Iraq, and he went to Iraq in the middle of pandemic, and he doing things. He comforting people. He cared about people. He's trying to be ambassador of peace. He's trying to unite people, unite different religious groups, different faces. I think that's what fascinating him. And I think there is a lot of surprises for the people, because I'm sure that a lot of people hear only certain things that come in the media about Pope, but they don't know the true scope of his actions, about how he cares about Muslim refugees that coming from Syria, or refugees coming out of Rakhine, Burma. Or some people don't know that he is a real advocate for climate change. So there is so many important, valuable lessons that we can learn from this movie and see who is true Pope Francis.
You have created many historical documentary films. Was this a story you always thought you would tell? Was it one you always wanted to tell?
You know what? I learned from my movies that I can create a call for action. I can inspire people to bring the change. I can bring spotlight to the issues or bring innocent voices that need to be heard by the bigger world. Here, I try to combine everything, to bring spotlight to the issues that surrounding us, to many different issues, to bring innocent voices of the victims of sexual abuse or refugees or migrants, to be able to spotlight so many issues. But in the same time, I also wanted to create call for action through his fascinating gestures that he's doing on a daily basis for the man of humanity. And I think here it's for the first time is combination of everything in my art, I guess.
Looking forward to watching this great film. Francesco is now streaming on Discovery Plus. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with the film director. Evgeny, thank you for being here with us today and spending time with us.
Thank you. Thank you.